Phones have completely ruined society. Now, there's no one really to blame. It was inevitable with how fast we've developed in our technology over the last 20, 30 years. I guess we could put the blame on Steve Jobs for introducing the iPhone back in like 2007 or whatever it was, but it's not his fault. Don't worry, Steve, you're okay. Um, it really, really saddens me, man, that I can't go to a public place. I can't go really anywhere without seeing someone with terrible neck posture with their eyes glued to their phone. Because I stand sometimes and look around, and there's so much to see, there's so much to do, there's so much to live, and people just letting it pass by. The only real regrets I have in my life come from spending too much time on my phone. It comes from spending 20 minutes sat on the toilet watching brainless YouTube shorts, comedy videos that I'm gonna forget in like an hour's time. It really, really annoys me because it's still a habit that I sometimes fall into where I'll just take my phone into the bathroom with me, and then you try to like stand up, you forget whether or not you've had a piss or a crap, so you have to stand up and look, and by the time you've stood up, you're like back seizing up your legs. It's just every time I stand up from that, I think to myself, what a waste of life. I'm never going to get that time back. And it would genuinely be more productive for me to sit in my room and do nothing, stare at my grey wall, than to be on my phone. I think 90% of the time that is the case. Like people, if I challenged you, for the majority of people to stare at a wall for 10 minutes, most people couldn't do it. Like I'd say you can have your phone in sight for 10 minutes, stare at this wall. Majority of people couldn't even do that. And that is genuinely terrifying. The fact that we're not even allowing ourselves to think anymore is frightening, because we're going to have an entire generation of people who are not thinkers, who are not innovators. We're only going to have a small selection of people who actually do stuff. Like so many people nowadays, they just do stuff that numbs themselves, whether it's going on their phone or using substances or whatever it is. And the thing that baffles me is that these people, either they are actually happy and I'm just, that's who they are, or they're just very good at hiding it. But I think a lot of people, if they are scrolling and doing whatever, distracting themselves, I want to know what they're distracting themselves from. And I don't think that a lot of people are really proud to doom scroll. I don't think they really enjoy it. We're just sort of like rats on mice spinning on a wheel, just doing it for some kind of stimulation. Like when I was in college and I'd ask people what they do in their spare time or what hobbies people have, loads of people were just sort of stuck for an answer. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you spend the majority of your time doing? And they were kind of sheepish and hesitant to ask that question because the answer is scrolling. No one wants to say that scrolling is the thing that they spend the most time doing. No one wants to say that doom scrolling is their main hobby, because it shouldn't be. We all know that it's a complete waste of time, and yet we do it. We fall into it because it is like a drug. These companies have designed their algorithms and what they're going to show you and in what order it's going to be shown to stimulate your mind, gamble your time away so you spend more time on the app, so you can see more ads, so you're more likely to buy a subscription, so they can make money from you. You're paying for stuff that you're never going to own. Subscription-based things have taken over. I could make a whole video on that. But I advise you, your phone can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It can be used for good. It can be used for creativity, connection. So many wonderful things we can do with this rectangle in our hands. People from the 70s, 80s, and 90s would be absolutely amazed if we went back in time and showed them this device. But I think the cons outweigh the pros 10 to 1. It really is just dreadful. It, re- it really, really just messes me up inside because I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I wish I was born in this generation. But I think the world would just be a better place without mobile phones. I think the world would be a better place without social media. Sure, without the internet, without technology, I wouldn't be able to speak to you now, which I'm using one of the positive benefits of all this technology. But the world genuinely is coming to an end. Humanity will go into extinction if we cannot just learn to sit in a room, do nothing, and think. And if you can't do that, go do something else. Read a book, go in nature, talk to a friend. It is the fact that we can't do nothing and we can't do something else rather than scrolling that is genuinely frightening. If you can't sit in one place without grabbing this demonic rectangle in your pocket, may God have mercy on your soul.